As Singapore songwriter Clement Chow takes in the sight of a serene and clean Singapore river today, he recalls the river in the 1960s. Bustling with life from the trade and businesses, it was hard to ignore the island's centre of economic activity. From the sights, sounds, and even the smell.
Well, my dad used to walk me along this place, in the early days. I was about 4 to 6 years old. It was pretty much one of those places that it was exciting. There wasn't very much to do in the old days, But coming to see the barge, all the different bumboats and truly the river was littered. Because they were doing barter trading and all that stuff. And it's just littered with baskets. I still remember seeing those baskets floating, and all the vegetables and stuff, and it's still running around the river. That was an amazing sight. As a kid, it's like, you don't think about clean and green, you just think like, wow, this place is busy, man, it's quite exciting. But as the years go by, when the government decided to clean it up, what an amazing difference it has been. It's like, look at that. It's like you won't imagine, the bumboats and all clogging up the entire area, plus the, floating stuff. And even bodies have been discovered here.
Like the river cleanup, the veteran songwriter has seen the government pushing to keep Singapore clean and green over 40 years, and he hopes his latest song for the campaign will get more Singaporeans playing a part in their environment.
Let's keep our world the most beautiful home. Oh yeah.
Called Let's Make Our World the Most Beautiful Home, the scene shows a young Clement growing up and showing that life's events are closely linked to the environment it takes place in. Are there any other spots in Singapore, natural spots, that hold a special meaning to you?
Yeah, well, I remember when I was young. My parents, my mom especially, used to take me up to Mount Emily, the park. And I spent a lot of time in that park. It was when I think about it, it's like my secret garden, my little getaway. It was really secluded away, in Mount Safar, and that's awesome. And it's still there, and I occasionally visit it, and I still am amazed at how untouched it is. It's one of those unspoiled little places. I think we should continually have places like that where people can just go to and see some green, we don't have much, but what little we have, I think, it's precious.
So playing a part to protect and maintain the environment is important. And for Clement, home is where environmental consciousness should start.
I think always beginning with ourselves, right where we are. So I guess family, home-wise, it's always that way, and then you look outwards and then outwards. I think if it doesn't start at home, then it's going to be hard. And there's so many things you can do at home, whether it's water saving and energy saving. My kids are all very, very into this sort of thing. My daughter loves to keep plastic bottles and then throw in the right bins. That sort of thing, little things like that. Switch off your aircon, switch off your heaters. And the thing is that once you become a bit more aware, you find that, how Singaporeans, we love to save money, right? Electricity bill very expensive, water bill. Then for goodness sake, do all these things. Because you're actually saving money.
Right.
Without realizing it. Yeah.
So you're saying it starts from home.
Yeah.
And for yourself, on the part of a parent, you have been teaching your kids
Actually, my kids have taught me.
Oh, your kids have taught you.
Because in our days in school, we didn't have all these environment messages as strongly as now, which is good. And a lot of my, the children today are products of these good environment messages.
But do you feel that there's still one aspect of the environment here in Singapore which you feel that we can change for the better? Or can be better?
If we are really wanting to better ourselves, like I said, it's in the micro areas. Try and do what you can instead of throwing bottle caps here. See, you still have cigarette butts everywhere. It's not that perfect, but we're getting there. Already the general facade is fantastic. So let's make the micro even better. The macro is good.
The work is far from over, and this time, it's not just the government, but the people who should play a part in keeping our country clean and green.